Where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? Oh, all right. Hello, good morning, my friends. We got all of our lights, we got cameras, we got action. Early in the morning for some of you, 9:30. All right, time to have coffee together. Bill, how you doing? Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Danny boy. Good to see you again. Claire Williams, Maria, Okie Polo, Sparkle, Robert P. Yes. John. Hello, John. Kathy Smith, Paula, Johnny. Man, you guys are, boy, everybody's up. Everybody's up. There he is. There's Robert P. Hey, Robert. I know you ain't roller skating outside today. Vinny from Buffalo, New York. Hey, Vinny, how you doing? No more family meetings up in Appalachia, huh? Deborah's starting right off at the heart me. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Vinny. Good morning, Robert. Guys. Will. Hey, Will, how you doing today? Betsy. Yes, Thomas Phillips. You know how nice it is to see you guys so early in the morning? And it's not really that early. I mean, over here in New York, it's 12:30 in the afternoon already. But I know many of you are just getting your coffee together, maybe a little roll with some butter, maybe a bun, nice bakery buns, right? Right? And you're just sitting there, chiming in, hanging out with the unk and the family. Yep. DJ Chris Cotto, early to be spinning, right? Right, Chris? Hey, DJ Chris Cotto, you guys want to hear some good vinyl, want to see some nice vinyl spins? You got to go to his live. I tell you, he really, really does a great job. He just spins, and I still don't, for the life of me, know how he pulls out his records, knows exactly where the songs are, pulls them out, takes the vinyl out, spins it, boop, right back in. How do you do that? I mean, that's unbelievable, Chris. That's really, really talent. Scotty P. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning. Good morning. Good Memorial Day. Wet, rainy, dreary, wonderful Sunday morning here in New York. I don't know how it is in the rest of the country, but I can tell you, man, it's a little rough here today and yesterday, and I think also tomorrow. So any barbecuing today is going to have to be done quickly, which is why I started everything already. All right? Well, not everything. I started the ribs. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about what we did. But before I do that, we have 103 people on here. Now 99. You're already running away. All right? I'm Uncle Glenn. This is Farm to Table to Soul. This is season 2. The first season started just about a year ago now. All right? And we started with less than 200 people. And we have just crossed over 39,000, heading to 40,000 family members. I don't like to call it followers. I like family members. You want to know why? Because I'm the uncle of over 39,000 nieces and nephews all over the world. And I want to be your uncle too. All right? And I want you to be part of this wonderful community. And all you got to do is hit that follow button, share, join the fan club. Takes a minute. Now, if you like positive, encouraging, loving, and you like respect, I respect you, you respect me and this community. You like that, you hit the follow button. If you don't like that, you swipe away. You know, if you want to come back anytime, you can do that. All right? But that's what this is. And Farm to Table to Soul is the farm part is just Uncle Glenn's garden. It's not some huge farm that you would think of when you hear the word farm, with acres and acres of property, with grazing cows and horses and goats and chickens, and I don't have any of that. I'm on the outskirts of New York City. And you know what I got? I got a lot of noise here. I live on a main road. So at any time, there's fire engines, ambulances, motorcycles, police cars, people, cops chasing people yelling, screaming. That's where I live. But yet, I go down to my little garden and all of that noise that everybody hears off of my mic goes away. And I get my knees on the ground, I get my hands in the soil, and I have a wonderful, wonderful time praising my God and thanking Him and enjoying all of the good gifts that I have been blessed with. All right? That's the farm part. The table part is when we harvest what we grew in a garden and we bring it up here, right here, right here. We bring it up here to the kitchen and then we cook and we share a meal then with family, with friends, and sometimes with people we just don't know. How many times have I had a meal with this family? I don't know any of yous. I know you by the wonderful comments you make, but it's just a really nice time that we have together. And I want to thank every single person that spends even a few minutes with us. I want to thank you because I owe it to you. I'm the one that's blessed here, me. All right? Why? Because I have an opportunity to love on people I don't even know. And this community engages in that and does the same exact thing. So that's it. Matthew's here. All right. So I'm seeing some, this is what it is. It's so regular. We get on here, we hang out with each other. I get to know you and I feel like your family. I don't know what else to say. I just feel like your family. So thanks, Scotty. Matthew, you hang in there. Hope things are going a little bit better. And maybe if not, you just hang in there. All right, sweetie Marie, amen. Amen. Look at the amens Uncle's getting. You're making me feel holy. Now, I am just a regular guy. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm just a guy who lives his life, a regular, flawed man, all right, in need of a Savior that I have. And that's what this is all about, all right? So let's talk about what we're cooking now, all right? Because we got 180 people on here. All right, which is nice. So we're not even on 5 minutes, 8 minutes, and we got plenty of people on here. So what I'd like you to do is this. While I start cooking, I would like you to get these likes up. Let's try to at least get, 250,000. All right, that's 250,000. We did it last night. All right, and we did it it took us a while. But we've been a million. We've gotten over 2.2 million likes in one live. And you want to know why? Not because of me, because of you. You guys are tapping your screens. You guys are sending the heart me's. You're sending the go populars. You're inviting your friends, your family, and telling them to follow. That's how this community grows. And if you like it here, I want you to do your part while I do mine. All right? All right. I'm having coffee. That was my coffee. That was my 10 minutes of hello to the family. And let's talk about what we're doing. Now, if you guys remember, I got to put my coffee on the warmer that Amanda sent me. All right? I remember you only had a few thousand people who followed you. I encourage you to push through. You absolutely did, DJ Chris Cotto. DJ Chris Cotto was one of the first people that I recognized on here. VJ, my mod in the house. I mean, and you guys encouraged me. You told me, keep going, keep going. I wasn't worried. I've never been worried about numbers. I didn't do this for any purpose. I did this by accident. Uncle Glenn got in his garden with his daughter. His daughter said, Dad, I can't edit for you no more. All right? You're shooting videos. You're giving them to me. It takes me hours. I got work. I can't edit. So she took a tripod that she bought. She stuck my camera on it, put me in the garden, hit the live button. I didn't even know what it was. And she said, Dad, just go do your thing. I did it. Here we are, family, over 39,000 of us. All right? And your encouragement to me and my encouragement to all of you, all right, is what made this all happen. I respect you. You respect me. We love on each other. We're positive, and we encourage each other. All right. Last night, we made, I made a marinara last night. All right. I did a Saturday sauce for the week. I got it in containers. Let me just show you. I don't want to start pulling it out, but I'll just show you one of them. All right. So you know. All right. I put them in these containers. All right. This is a grapefruit container, by the way. All right. But I reuse it. I use everything. So I have 2 of these. That is for my week. I use a lot of sauce. Also, I got garlic oil that we made yesterday. Hear the sirens? Nah, you probably can't. All right. I made garlic oil yesterday. I used that for the week. I'm going to run out of that pretty quick. So I'm going to put this back here. Hold on. Let me grab that garlic oil because I do need it for what I'm doing today. I'll show you what that looks like. And while I'm here, I might as well pull the grated cheese out. That's how I'm going to be using that. And hold on. All right. Look at this. We made this yesterday. And if you remember, this is just garlic oil. All right? It's garlic and oil heated up in a saucepan. And I use this. Now, I want you to see how it's solidified for those of you who aren't. It's like butter. See that? It's like butter. Now, I'll take it out. It'll be out for an hour or so. You'll see it's going to turn back into oil. But you can take this out, put it back, take it out like butter. I've never gone bad on me. And in here is all the garlic. So we're going to use this today. All right? Now, I call it garlic oil. A lot of chefs, I'm not a chef, first of all. I'm just Uncle Glenn. But chefs call it confit. They call confit. Here's my confit. This is my confit. All right? I feel like chefy when I said, this is my confit family. All right? But it's just my garlic oil. That's it. Garlic oil. All right. So I got that out. I'm actually going to make, you saw the sauce. I'm making another one today. But today, I'm making a Sunday sauce. All right? Not a lot. I'm going to be using some ground pork, some ground veal, some sausages. All right? I'm going to make a base for my sauce. Then I'm going to make a whole new sauce. Why did I do that? I got that other sauce in my refrigerator to use for the week. My sister called me this morning. Hey, brother, it's really nasty out. I don't like to say crappy because that means the sun's out. It's beautiful. She goes, it's really kind of nasty out. You think you want to come over and have dinner with us? I said, sure, baby. What do you want me to make? Well, what are you making? I know what she's saying. You want to cook? All right? So I said, I'll tell you what. I got ribs that I rubbed 2 days ago. They've been marinating for 48 hours. I got a whole chicken that I split the back, took it off. I rubbed it down with the same rub. I'm going to cook that off. I'm going to make a nice Sunday sauce, and I'm going to bring it over with some meatballs. Now, over there, when I get there, there'll be some other goodies, I'm sure, too. All right, I also have some chicken wings. I just pulled them out of the freezer because I figured, I don't know if I'm going to have enough food. I always want it because you never know. You get there, there could be 30 people. Who knows? So I always like to be prepared. So I got some chicken wings here. I might take those chicken wings and create something with the sausage I got. Maybe make like a chicken scarp, all right, which will be like, but I'll use chicken wings. I use some sausage, maybe some potatoes, some onions, some peppers, some mushrooms. I'll cook that in the pan. So we're going to do a few things. Are you ready to get going, first of all? Are you ready? Thank you, VJ. Thank you for the roses, VJ. Dirt Road Hustler, Cole in the house. Yes. My other mod here. I love having my mods. They got my back. All right. And I got theirs. Steph Steffi! Steffi's here, Sweet Marie. Yes, Scotty. Oh, you all. Marty. Oh, yeah. If you're new, hit that follow button right now and let this family know that you are new here. I want you to see the love that gets poured on you. Just hit the follow and say, hey, I'm new here. And you watch and you'll see the encouragement that you get. And I'm just telling you, thank you. Thank you for the follow. All right? So, I think we're going to start right away with that Sunday sauce because I got to get that going. So what's the first thing I need? Nobody reminded me yet. Nobody. Shaylee! Shaylee! Thank you, Shaylee. Thank you, Dirt. Dirt's right here. He's out of church. He's dirt road hustling right here for the young. With the Dapper Uncle, with the Go Populous. Those Go Populous tell people to come here because it's a good place. The Hartneys say, hey, I like Unc. I like Unc. All right, so you do that. And we're in good shape. All right, I'm using my VJ apron today. All right. VJ sent me this. Such a sweetheart. All right. And this, I used Grandma's apron yesterday, but all my other aprons are all dirty, honestly. But this apron is kind of fun. You want to know why? All right. I wear the apron because I get yelled at into submission. Mama said, you know something? You're a slob. You got grease all over your shirts. I got to clean this stuff. You got to wear an apron. So I never wear an apron. Then I got one sent to me from one of my mods. All right, Kit Kat sent me the first one. And it said, I never did this before. Then I got another one that said, come on, come on. Then I got another one that said, what do you think? Then I got another one from DJ here. Then I got another one from another gift. I mean, you guys are just so amazing. So I wear aprons now. I wear them all the time. All right? Even I sometimes put them on when I sit down to eat. Yeah, one of the things I did do, when I took an apron and I had nothing on but my little tidy whities. I put on my apron and I went to bed with it. All right? What are you doing? I'm wearing my apron. Oh, yeah. Hey, I don't care. How you think I care? I don't care. All right. We're going to start with this. All right? This pan right here, we are going to saute up some onion. We're going to take some of the ground pork, ground veal. I'm going to brown it up in here with the onion. We're going to spice all this up, and we're going to use this as the base of our Sunday sauce. This is going to be a meat sauce. All right? You ready? You ready? Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Scrappy Doo. All right. Okay. Let's get you over to the stove. Oh, no. Let me cut up my onion first. All right? I got a nice size onion right here. Now, my skills. I am not a chef. Not N-O-T, a chef. N-O-T, a chef. All right? So when you look at me and I'm cutting and I'm doing things, like I got 4 thumbs, you know why? Because I'm just a regular guy. I'm a regular person like yous. All of yous. All right? I use leftovers. I use things. I could never be in Chef Ramsay's kitchen. If I was in his kitchen and I say, hey, Chef, by the way, I'd like to make something today using some of these leftovers. Get out! Get out! Get the... He would kick me right out. All right? But I love that guy. I like his attitude. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy. At least that's the way he appears. And he's a family man, which I love, So, he's funny. I get a kick out of it. Now, every other word out of his mouth is a cuss word, which I really don't care about that either, but I do care about it when I'm in my house. So I always taught my family, the home is your sanctuary. All right? There's no cursing in the house. The things that you learn right and wrong when you're in your home. When you walk outside that door, I don't care what you do. All right? You go do what you think is right. All right? And when you're not doing what you know to be right, You'll know why, because you remember you learned at home what was right and what was wrong. All right? So I'm the same way. When I get outside the door, my tongue gets a lot looser than it is when I'm here. But I know enough control to say, hey, you know what? We don't talk like that in our home. And this, my family, is our home. This is our community. All right? When I get in the street, I'm a street guy. When I'm here, different story. All right? So I tell you these little things as I go along. All right? Let me get one of my steel bowls. Love my steel bowls. All right? You guys a lot of you have not taken my advice and getting yourself a set of steel bowls. Uncle Glenn set up his shop. All right? My shop talk. All right? And I have all of the utensils, well, most of them, that I use in there. Now, there's some that are in there that I don't have. All right? Like the steel bowls, I have these. The ones that are in there are better than mine. Mine are about 20, 25 years old. The ones I got in there, they got covers. All right? They got covers. They got all kinds of stuff that if I was upgrading, man, and I may still do it because the covers are a big deal. You just take the bowl, then they even have a secondary cover on some of them, okay? And the secondary cover, what it is, you take the center of it out, and then you replace it with a grater that you can put the lid on, take the center lid out, put the grater in, a round grater, right? And then you grate your cheese, you grate your carrots or your cabbage, you take the little round grater out, you pop the center back in, bada boom! Oh, okay. All I'm doing is chopping onion. I didn't want you to see it because my skills are terrible. All right, listen. You want to say, hey, you don't know what you're doing, you're 100% right. All right, look, this is what I'm doing. I am cutting an onion. All right, you see? All right, you want to make fun, Unc? All right, and like I said, the chefs do this, bah, 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 bah. You know, not me. I got to take my time. All right, and you know, I do it the same way all the time. The key is having sharp tools. Having the right tools is everything. Having a recipe is nothing. All right, anybody can go and get a recipe. All right, and when people say, well, I can't cook, it never comes out right. All right, it's not because of the recipe. It's because of the lack of the right tools that you need. That's why. All right. So if you're going to get yourself a kitchen, you want to start to cook. Maybe some of you are not really. You're afraid to make that step forward. Start little at a time and get yourself some tools. One thing at a time. Don't go and say, hey, here I am. I'm going to buy everything. Say, hey, you know what? I need a good pot. Invest in one pot. One thing at a time. And you build your kitchen up. Know what it is that you know. Because I say it all the time. It's like, how do I say? I compare it, cooking, to, oh, look at that. Omar, yes, my man, Omar. I compare cooking and having the right tools and having a recipe to a carpenter who wants to build a house, but he has great set of plans, beautiful set of plans, but only has a tape measure. You can't do it. You can't do it. You got to make sure you get the right tools. And if you're going to get them, help Unc out. Go to Uncle Glenn's shop talk. All right, you know, my little thing there. And you want bowls, you want knives, you want pots. I got a lot of stuff, and I use them. Otherwise, I don't put them out. And in the garden, same thing. All right, there's my spiel. All right, I'm using this pan right now. I'm going to turn the heat up, and we are going to build our flavors right in this pan right here. And we're going to start building our flavor with, what's the first thing we're going to use? Anybody know? Let's see how many of you know Uncle Glenn and the way that he cooks. Huh? How are we starting this? Anybody know? What's the first thing I'm throwing in here? Huh? Anybody know? Come on. Come on. I'm waiting. Garlic oil. The garlic oil we made yesterday. See that? It's like butter. All right, look. Right in. Okay? I'm not putting the garlic. I'm just using the oil. Now, you could take this. You can spread this on bread, make garlic bread so easily. And the garlic is buried in here. And we'll get to it as it melts down. All right? But we're going to start here with some nice garlic oil right here. This pan is going to build all the flavors. Once the flavors are built, we're going to transfer it into this pot. Then we're going to put our tomatoes in, and we're going to let it cook. This is going to go on a quicker cook because we're eating dinner over there about 5:30. I'll let it cook for about 4 hours, which will be more than enough for today's purposes. Okay? So, all right. So we're melting down our garlic oil right here. All right? All right. Good. Okay, we'll heat that up a little. Now, you say, oh, that's a lot of onion. I use a lot of onion. Why? Because the onion has a lot of sugar in it. And believe it or not, when you saute it up, it all gets released. It changes the complexity and the flavor of a raw onion as opposed to a sauteed onion. Then it's going to absorb all the flavor that I'm about to put in here. So that's what I do. Melissa, my mod in the house. Yeah! Woo-hoo! Love it. Love it. All right. Okay. Just waiting for it to get a little warmer. I want to hear that little bit of a sizzle when I put it in. All right. And then we're gonna just get it soft. We're not trying to make grilled onions here. We're softening our onions up. All right? And we're going to do that right now. Okay? Boom. That's what I want to hear. Just that little bit of a sizzle right there. Okay? We're going to let that saute up a little bit. All right? In the meanwhile, I am going to prepare and getting my spices that I'm going to be using for that. All right? Now, there's not a lot. Now, what I will tell you is this. One of the things that Uncle Glenn does, he uses, and you should also, when you're preparing a sauce that you're going to be cooking for a long period of time, do not use fresh herbs while you're cooking a long sauce. You're going to lose the aromatics of it. Use dried spices. The dried spices have oil in it that is going to break down as it cooks, and it's going to flavor it. When your sauce is finished or your gravy is finished, that's when you add your fresh herbs. After it's done, then you just mix it in, and then the aromatics of those herbs are going to come out. Okay? So, we're just moving this around, let it absorb that nice garlic oil. I'm not putting the garlic in yet. Okay, we're going to use garlic, but not yet. All I'm doing right now is trying to make these onions translucent, meaning that they're not going to be colored. They're just going to be cooked, and they're starting to absorb as they're releasing their sugar and their flavor. They're absorbing the garlic oil that's in here. All right? And the flavors that we're going to add to this. All right, so we're going to start with that. I can add some of the dried parsley right now. Not going to hurt it, okay? I'm using dried spices right now, my friends. Dried. It's going to cook for hours. I'm seasoning up. I'm making a seasoning of flavor that's going to go into the sauce. All right? This is the way I do it. Now, you may do it. Now, can you take everything and throw it in together? Yes, you can. All right? This is just blended. This is just oregano, parsley, some basil, thyme. Okay? I smell it already. It's, but this is going to cook for hours. And so that's why you watch and see what I'm doing and why I'm doing it this way. Now I'm taking some bay leaves. Okay? I put nice fresh bay leaves in there. 1, 2, and these are dried also, but 3, 4. Okay? Those are my bay leaves. All right, we're not done. I'm just letting you see what's on here. Now I'm using chicken base. See this? The chicken base is what I use instead of salt. I do not use salt. I use the chicken base. Why? There's plenty of salt in here. It's very strong. Okay? But it's also got a ton of flavor. So why not salt it with flavor? So I use the chicken base. Now this is very strong. I can always add more cheese, but that's going to be enough for what I want to do right now. All right? So I'm going to take that. That's going right in. Okay? So far we have some parsley. We have our mixed Italian herbs, which is basil, oregano, parsley. There's some rosemary in there. Now I'm adding some white pepper. Not black pepper, white pepper. Why white pepper? Because it absorbs better in a sauce than black pepper does. It's kind of refined. All right? That's it. Now I'm just going to mix this up. Now watch. We're going to get on the bottom here. That's the sugar. You're going to start seeing some browning on the bottom. Okay? See that? That browning that's on there? This is a flavor bomb we're making. This is Uncle Glenn's flavor bomb. Okay? We're just mixing it so the flavors all are concentrated in a mix. Then we're going to take this out. Okay? See that on the bottom? That's all flavor. That's not burnt. That's flavor. All right? Now, what am I finishing that with? You could use red. I'm using some white wine right here. All right? And what the white wine is going to do is bring all of those spices, all of the chicken base, the pepper, the onion flavor. It's going to bring it all together. And it's going to take all of that flavor that's on the bottom of the pan and put it into a liquid. Now, can you do the question? Because if you just took it all and threw it in the pot, yes, it'll work, but it just won't come out as good. That's just telling you. All right? When you do things step by step by step, you're going to get a lot more flavor and you're going to get depth in what you're doing. Okay? So, we're now cooking out that little bit of alcohol that's in here. We got our dried spices in here. Okay? We get one of my steel bowls and we're going to take this out. Okay? Right there. All right? We're putting that aside. This is for our tomato sauce. Now, I got the pan back on there. All right? I still didn't use any garlic yet, but I am going to take another spoonful of garlic oil right here. Okay? Nice flavor. Come on. There we go. All right, now what am I doing? Well, this is going to be a meat sauce. So, I want to get my meat prepped up in here. Okay? I got ground veal and ground pork that I have here. It's both ground veal and ground pork mixed together. All right? So, I'm going to just start dropping this in here. Okay? We're going to saute this up. We're going to brown it up. I want to get it nice and brown because this is going in our tomato sauce that we're making. And as it breaks down and it cooks, it's going to be full of flavor. Just a ton of flavor. I'm making a meat sauce. Basically what I'm doing right now. All right? Now, sometimes I use pork necks. All right? I'll use sometimes pig's feet. Sometimes I'll even use a bottom round and just brown it up and cook it up in the sauce for hours. But because I'm not cooking, I'm only going to be cooking this for about 3 or 4 hours, I'm using the ground meat. All right? It's not going to be enough time to get, I like using the necks or ribs or something with a bone in it normally when I'm cooking my sauce for 6, 7 hours. Because there's a lot of flavor in the bones. This right here, I'm looking to get quick flavor. And this sauce is only going to cook for maybe 4 hours, 3 hours. So I'm rendering all the fat and flavor that's in the pork and in the veal. All right? And we're going to be adding that also to our sauce. Okay? And what we're doing right now is browning it up and letting it render its flavor and render the fat that might be in there. Okay? The pork, the veal. So we have ground veal and ground pork. I do not have ground beef in here. All right? You can use ground beef. Absolutely. But I'm doing it this way today. All right? And all I'm doing is letting it brown up. Okay? We're browning it up. I'm breaking it up. And then later on, after the sauce is cooked, we made meatballs yesterday. I'll take those meatballs, put them in. Sausage, we'll put them in. Okay? Yeah, just gonna let this cook up a little bit. I see the nice flavors are all coming out, mixed with the garlic oil. Now, I'm not seasoning this because I seasoned this. This is my seasoning. I don't have to do anything to this. This is where all the flavor is concentrated. So when I mix this in with the sauce, then I put the meat in there. It's just gonna almost done. Okay, it's almost done here. I didn't put any seasoning in here at all. I'm browning the meat first. Now, if you want to take this and mix this in here, you can do it. You want me to do that? You want me to mix that in here and then just put the whole thing? We're making a Sunday sauce right now. I'm making a meat sauce, but I'm making a quick meat sauce. I'm not doing it with pork necks or ribs or things that have a bone in it. I'm using just ground pork and ground veal. So it's going to cook quicker and the flavor is going to be all good. Yeah, it's hard for me to, when I'm cooking, it's just so tough for me to be watching my screen. I am watching it right now. Do you make garlic oil? Yes, I do. I made it yesterday. It's a pot, virgin olive oil, garlic. Bring it to a hot simmer, not a boil, hot simmer. Cook it till it got a light color, let it cool, and that's how you make garlic oil. Very simple. There's no special ingredients. All right? So, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for the good afternoon. Hey, Incognito Nerd just followed. Yes. Let's welcome Incognito. And so did Mama. Mama J just followed. Wow. Family, let's greet them if you would. All right? This is a great place. You got such good people here. You're in a community that's full of love and affection here. How much? Hey, you put a half a pot, and I use a pint of clean garlic. You know, a pint of clean garlic, half a pot, third of a pot. No exact measurement. All right? All right. Let's do this. All right? So this is done. Now, we could do this. Want to do it? All right, you want to put it in with the sauce. It doesn't matter. All right, let's do it. I'll do it this way. Okay? This is all the flavor that we just mixed. We had onion in here, the dried spices in here, I had some garlic oil in here. We had bay leaf. We have parsley, oregano, basil, all dried herbs, onion, chicken base, white pepper. Now, this meat now is absorbing all that flavor, and the mix that I just dropped in here is absorbing all the meat flavor. This is a flavor bomb here, okay? And this is what we're gonna add to our sauce that we're gonna make, okay? All done. So, let's just take this now, put that right in here. Come on. Okay? This is the mix that's going into my tomato sauce. It smells absolutely amazing. Okay? I'm putting that aside. I'm going to rinse my pot off real quick. I'll cook it up later. Don't go away. Don't be running away on me now, family. All right? Give me a minute. I like to do a little cleanup as I'm going along so I have some room. All right? Take me 2 seconds here. All right? It's not a final cleanup. It's an initial cleanup so I can put the pot away, out of my way, and use it for the next thing I'm going to cook. All right? So, let's take a quick, nice sauce, water on there. All right, done. Done. All right? Same thing with my pot here, my tin. And now we're going to go back to the stove, and we're going to take our tomatoes. Now, I use a number 10 can of tomatoes. All right? That usually is equivalent to about 3 to 4 cans that you would buy in the store. All right? Now, I can't show you the exact label on this, only because I'm here. I use whole tomatoes. All right? I use whole tomatoes. I don't use tomato sauce. I don't use a tomato puree. I use whole tomatoes. Why? Because I want to make sure, I want to see the tomato. I don't want to know that in a can of sauce there's water in there and it watered it down. This is a very consistent tomato for me. I've used them for years. They're imported from Italy. And I'm going to show them to you. Marvin! Thank you, Marvin. Thank you, my friends. Mezzo! Thank you for the heart me, Mezzo. Marvin with the marvelous confetti. There's no tomato. All right, so I'm going to now open this can. And like I said, I think it's equivalent to about, thank you for the heart me, Kevin Johnson. Yes, Kevin. If my daughter sees tomatoes, she won't eat it. Oh, really? She's not. My daughter was like that too. She was not a fan of tomatoes. Now that she's gotten older, she likes it. But tomato sauce she'd eat, but not tomato for some reason. I don't know. Mezzo! Thank you, Mezzo. Thank you for the Go Populars. Thank you for the Go Populars, Kevin Johnson. Oh, you guys are you're so good to me. I appreciate you. All right? All right, so let me get my can opener. Wait a minute. I got to go find the can opener. I try to prepare so I have everything at my fingertips, but it doesn't always work out that way. All right? So, all right. Now, if you want to watch me open a can of tomatoes, you can watch me open a can of tomatoes. Now, I don't have these type of tomatoes in my shop talk. I don't have them. All right? But these are great tomatoes. Now, I'm going to tell you something. For those of you, we say, what do you mean a great tomato? A tomato's a tomato. Tomato's not a tomato. All right? A lot of times, you will get a tomato. You get them in the grocery store, at least up here in the Northeast during the winter. Even now, still. These are hothouse tomatoes. These were grown and they're ripened under pressure. They're not ripened naturally. So they don't allow it to have the sugars and the flavor to come out. It's not vine ripe. All right? It's hothouse ripe. So I buy these when they're getting rid of them. They got a little bruise on them like that. All right? These little bruises, they take them, they put them in a package. And they sell 14 or 15 of them for $2.49. Unc goes there and grabs them. And then I let them sit and I cut the tips off and I make my own whole tomatoes. You guys have seen it a million times. All right? So, but these tomatoes right here are grown and these are vine ripe tomatoes. All right? Now, how many times have you made your tomato sauce and when it's done, you did everything you right, but yet when the tomato sauce is done and it's cooked and you go to taste it, how many times have you gone, oh, it's got this bitter taste to it. It's got an acidic taste to it. And what most people do to get rid of that taste is they add sugar. Or they'll throw carrots in it. Or something like that. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I learned this from my father who learned it from his mother. The way to take that sharp, bitter, acidic taste out of anything is to use a quarter of a teaspoon, or, depending on how much it is, up to a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. And you take it, and after it's cooked and it's bitter, taste it. And take a quarter teaspoon, a half a teaspoon, throw it in your sauce, stir it. You're going to see a bunch of bubbles. That's the baking soda working to get rid of all of that acid in your sauce. Then you taste it. It's going to be sweet as if it came right out of or off of the vine. I'm just letting you know. Now, I'm not a chef. I learn everything by trial and error. I learned whatever I can by watching sometime my grandmother or my father or, my mother. My mother had the best recipe. Nobody could do it. It was passed down for generations. My mother had the best recipe and never failed for boiling water. Passed down generations. She knew how to boil water like, every single time it was on the money. On the money. I said, Ma, you're unbelievable. All right? I'm telling you the truth. And the other thing, I knew breakfast was ready in the morning. I knew it. As soon as I smelled that toast burning, And then I walk in the kitchen, there she is scraping it in the sink. Breakfast. I knew it. Here we are. It's breakfast. Smell the toast. All right. The bottom. I know. You better not throw no shoes at me. All right. I know she's hearing me. I am making fun of you a little bit because you were unbelievable. I love you. You're the most talented woman in the world, my mother. Played 7 different instruments, sang like a bird, taught us to love, taught us respect, taught me to love music, to love people. But cooking. All right? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you. One time, I'll tell you a quick story, all right? She went to make a birthday cake. She was making me a birthday cake. No, not go to the store. I'll make it. Oh, Ma, really? Yeah, I'll make your birthday cake. So she goes and she gets a recipe on a recipe card. It's a true story. And she follows all the directions. She makes it. The cake was that high. That high. All right? When it came out of the oven. Ma, what is that? Oh, that's your birthday cake. I followed the recipe exactly. Ma, it's this high, Ma. Yeah, well, it must be the recipe. Do you know what she did? Do you know? I said, Ma, did you sure you used the baking soda? She goes, yes. I used root beer. What? I used root beer. It said baking soda. So that's the only soda I had. I didn't have Coke or ginger ale. I used baking soda. She put the root beer in the thing thinking it was baking soda. You go figure. That's all. And she stuck the candles in it, on top of it. I went, I'm telling you the truth, man. This is how I grew up. Not so. All right, let's get back to this. Now, all right. Oh, the grilled cheese. Leah's on here. Oh, Leah, my love, my niece. Yeah, all right. Leah, my real niece is on here, and she wants me to tell you the story about the grilled cheese with my daughter. My daughter goes to my mother's house. My mother said, oh, baby, you're here. Oh, great. Would you like me to make you something? She goes, I can make you a nice grilled cheese. Oh, okay. How bad could that be? So she takes the bread, takes the cheese, couple slices, puts it in the pan, right? Well, nice toasty on the outside. She had this little grilled cheese maker. So my daughter sits down and she bites into the grilled cheese. And as she's biting into it, she's pulling off. My mother never took the plastic off. Never took the grilled cheese with the plastic on it. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. My Grammy, what is this? Oh, it's grilled cheese, baby. It's delicious. Yeah, but there's paper on it. She doesn't get it. Oh, but it's delicious. No, you didn't, Mom. You didn't take the plastic off. Oh, there was plastic on it? Unbelievable. All right, I need some garlic here. Hold on. All right, so let me show you the bottom here. This is the garlic. All right? Look. Let me just take some of this. So that's why I had to learn how to survive. I had to learn how to cook. Because if I didn't learn how to cook... All right, let's turn this on. Leah, tell Dad I'm going over to my sister's. I'm cooking for my sister. Why don't you guys come over? This is terrible out. I got a rack of ribs I'm making. I got them in the oven slow cooking. I got a nice bird here too. All right, look. I took the backbone out. I put a rub, same rub that I used on the ribs, I put on the chicken. It was for 48 hours. All right, 48 hours, wrapped up in plastic in the refrigerator. It's going to be delicious. And then I'm going to make a nice mopping for it. And I want to throw this on the barbecue after I cook it, pre-cook it. And I have the ribs in the oven. They've been in there for about 2 hours on 275 degrees. I'm slow cooking them, and then I'm going to throw those on. So we're making a nice sauce. We're having them chicken, ribs. We're doing it all. All right? Then I'm going to make some chicken scarparella with some sausage, some chicken wings, potatoes, onions, peppers, and we're doing it with the family over here. All right? So, all right. All right, I got this in there. Good, good, good. Let me bring you over. All right, see, that garlic is already cooked. All right, that came out of my garlic oil. So now I'm just going to take 1 can, all right? Now, let me show you what I mean. I want to make sure I got whole tomatoes. These are vine-ripe whole tomatoes, okay? Look, all right? Look, beautiful, beautiful, all right? I know that these are going to be good. Now, I'm going to add my own water to it, all right? I'm going to add my water. So now I'm definitely adding water. Why? Because that's going to cook for a while. So, let me just get a little bit in here. All right, I got about half a can of water, all right? And I'm moving around so I get all of the tomato off of the can, out of the can. Okay, and that's that. All right? That's done. Now, we're not done with the sauce. I shouldn't say that. All right, we're just mixing. This is only the tomato and only the garlic oil, which I'm adding more garlic to it right now. All right, look, see the garlic? This garlic, let me show you, is already cooked. All right, I want you to see how soft and how wonderful this is. It looks like whole garlic, correct? See? Doesn't it look like a whole piece of garlic? Watch this. It mashes right in my fingers. All right? It's not like chopping in to a piece of raw garlic. This is already infused. All of the oils came out of it and infused into the olive oil. All right? So now I'm just dropping it in, pieces of it. All right? I don't even need to break that down. All right? So just getting some more. This is from my garlic oil right here. Okay? Right in. All right. Okay. Now, next on the list, we have this in here. I'm going to be bringing this to a boil. But before I do this, now that I have the tomatoes in here with the garlic, by hand, I am not, some people like their tomato sauce in a puree. They like to use a food processor to make their sauce nice and smooth, silky smooth. I, on the other hand, like it more rustic when I cook. I like my sauce, my tomatoes. I want to eat a piece of tomato in my sauce. I like to see little pieces, not big, little tiny pieces. Now, I will tell you this. My nephew, Kitchen Coach, has a new show that is not by bread alone. And it's on YouTube. I can't even mention. It's on some other channels. All right? Amazing. All right? He's got it. Now, he is a more finesse type of a cook than Uncle Glenn is. He knows. He knows. He's just better, I think. Now, he reproduced a wonderful, wonderful penny alla vodka that we went to Saratoga upstate because my niece, Leah, who was on here before. Are you still here, Leah? Oh, he's on here, Kitchen Coach. There he is. He just said, don't listen. He made a reproduction of what was probably the best penny alla vodka that I've ever had, and by recommendation of my niece. Now, she said, she came home and told him, hey, Dad, now she was with a boyfriend. So maybe, you say, hey, they were upstate, they went to a restaurant, you got nice company, goo-goo eyes, ooh, goo-goo in front of me, ooh. Whatever you're eating tastes great. Now, that's what I figured. That's what he figured, I'm sure. All right? We went up, and she said, Dad, it was just, I don't even like penny alla vodka. She doesn't have real big on creamy things. But it was the best. So when my nephew and I took a ride up, you remember, we were at my daughter's house, and then we went to a restaurant, the one that she told us to go to, and we had it. Well, let me tell you, it was by far the most unique penny alla vodka that I ever had. I came home and I tried to reproduce it. And I thought it came out pretty good because we found out what the secret ingredient was. Now, my nephew, Phil, who's on here, you want to go see something, he made it, I think yesterday. And it looked absolutely amazing. Now, Phil, if you, Champ, I call him Champ. Champ, you have any left for Uncle to taste? I mean, you think you would say, hey, Unc, I want you to taste this. No! I gotta drool when I'm watching it. I gotta drool. I gotta ask. Oh, you did what? You still got some? Ah. All right. And then I'm gonna make mine. We should do like a one day. All right? All right. Only a pit. All right. So I'm bringing this to a boil now. All right. I'm making my meat sauce. I'm doing a quick meat sauce. I'm not using, so now I'm just taking this and I'm going right in here with the tomatoes. All right. This is all I'm doing. All right. I'm not using a fancy food processor. First of all, I don't think I have one. And this works just fine. It's going to do exactly what I want it to do. All right. Whole tomatoes, chopping them down. Got a little bit of garlic in here. And that's it. You know what? No other flavor. Nothing. You're saying, wow, that's not going to be a very good sauce. All right. But let me show you the consistency that I'm looking for in the tomato. All right. In my sauce. Okay. Just go around it. I'm going up and down. Doing like the old timers. Okay. Now watch. This is the consistency I'm looking for. Like that. See the pieces? Okay? I want those pieces in my sauce. Now, as it cooks, it's going to break down a little more. All right? But that's how I like it. All right? It's got little chunks of tomato. That's beautiful. All right? I'm going to bring this to a boil. Then it's going to go to a simmer. And now we're going to take all the flavor that we made before. This is veal, pork, ground up. There's onion in here. There is chicken base in place of salt, white pepper, parsley, oregano, basil, a little bit of rosemary, bay leaf, okay, garlic oil, and the chicken base, like I said, and white pepper. All right? We've put all of our flavors, we built our flavors, then we rendered the pork and the veal, and now we're going to take all this flavor and we're going to add it. This is the flavor that's going in the sauce. This is Uncle Glenn's flavor bomb for this sauce. All right? We're going right in. Okay? That is what is going to flavor that wonderful sauce. Now, all we have to let it do is cook. All right? We're going to stir it, bring it to a boil. After it comes to a boil, All right. Then we're going to lower it down to a simmer. We're going to mix it right now. Stir that right in. And now all these flavors are going to come together. All right. Okay. All this is blending together all the flavors that are in there. Okay, what we just put in is going to flavor those tomatoes. And as it cooks, it's going to thicken up. All right? And then when we put this over pasta later, when it's cooked, I'll drop probably 20 meatballs in here and some sausage as well. Then we'll make some pasta at the house. Once we make the pasta up, okay, then we're going to take the meatballs, the sausage, the meat sauce, and that'll be a side dish along with our ribs, our chicken, and I might make the chicken scarparella, which I'm probably going to do. Okay? That, my friends, is Uncle Glenn's Sunday sauce. What do you think? All right? Let me talk to you a little bit and have some coffee. All right? Let me ask you, anybody have any questions about anything or any comments? But it's got to be positive. Now, I don't care you say that's horrible, I hate tomatoes. I don't care about it. But we remain positive when we're here, okay? This is a room that we don't use foul language in, okay? Because I have it set up that as soon as you start cursing, whoop, you're out. Now I got my mods. My mods got Uncle Glenn's back. We keep this community family friendly. All right? Family friendly. Now, if you don't like that, you just go like this, whoop, or swipe away, whoop. All right? But if you do like that, then you owe it to yourself to let me be your uncle, let you become one of our nieces and nephews in our community. It went from 200 people. We're now crossed over 39,000, heading to 40,000. And I can't do it without your help. So if you like what I just said about being positive, encouraging, respect it. I respect you, you respect me, and you respect this community. If you like that, hit that follow button right now. All right? And let us know that you just followed so that we can love on you. All right? There we go. Oh, you're making this now? Oh, sweet pumpkin. Sweet pumpkin's making that right now. Oh yeah. I love it. Hey, Strong Island, jawbone adhesives, Ryan Ramsey. I'm not sure what that is. Coffee! We love our coffee. All right? We're just starting. I got rack of ribs in the oven, small rack of baby backs in the oven that we rubbed out. We put a rub on it 48 hours ago. I did the same thing with the chicken. All right? Now, I got a question for you. Phil, are you still on? Phil, Champ, are you still here? I got a question for you. And I got a question for the family. Maybe you can help me out. Yeah, pork ribs. Yep. I'm going to be making a mopping for it as well. All right. So I'm slow cooking them in the oven right now at 275 degrees. All right. Slow cooked. And I'll cook them for probably another hour and a half. Then I'm going to take them, let them cool. All right. And then I'm going to bring them over to my sister's and I'm going to finish them on the barbecue. That's the way I'm cooking them. And I'm making a mopping sauce for it. I'm going to do the same thing with the chicken. All right. So I have a question. Maybe you guys can help me. We use the same rub. I took this chicken. I took the backbone out of the chicken. All right. I took the backbone out of it. And I opened it up and I used the same dry rub that we made. We actually have coffee grinds in our rub. All right. In the rub that I made. There's coffee grinds. There's some cinnamon. There is turmeric. There is chili powder, there's onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper. We have some salt with it. We have a whole bunch of wonderful ingredients. And I used some coffee grinds. And I rubbed out the pork ribs with it. And I did the same thing with the chicken. Then I wrapped it in saran wrap, and it's had that rub on it for 48 hours in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to cook it. My question is, should I cook it at a lower temperature for a longer period of time, or should I fire it in the oven? I'm going to finish it on the barbecue. Yeah, the coffee grinds give it a real earthy, you don't even know what the flavor is. All right? And there's brown sugar in it as well. So between the coffee grinds, the brown sugar, a little hint of cinnamon, it's working your taste buds in a way that you will just say, wow, wow. Slow and crisp. Aaron said slow and crisp. Kathy said slow cook it. Should I cover it with aluminum foil or just put it in like this? I may not need to, but you know, I wasn't going to cook it ahead of time. I got it from the store. I didn't want to freeze it. So I said to myself, let me put the rub on now and get it wrapped and put back in the refrigerator, which is what I did. So yeah, you probably only have to do it for a few hours, but I go overboard all the time. So we got a 48-hour rub infusion in our chicken and in our ribs. So so what do you say? Most people said, do not do it on a slow cook. So I'm going to do it at a slow cook, and then I'm going to lay it on this side, right here, the back. I took the backbone out of here, and that's why it's split, okay? I took the backbone out of the chicken. I cut it out, all right? So I'm going to slow cook it, I think uncovered, and then I'll lay it on this side of the barbecue and finish it, okay? So I want the skin to dry out because I'm going to be mopping it when I have it on the barbecue. Yeah, I'm only going to be there. I'm not going to slow cook it on the barbecue because when I get there, I'm firing that barbecue up to finish, just to finish it and to get a nice glaze and crust on it with the mopping sauce that I'm going to make. All right. So, and the mopping sauce I'm making is not a typical barbecue sauce. It's not a barbecue sauce at all. All right. Either is this. Okay. So we're going to take it. All right. I got this boiling. Now I'm dropping the temperature down. Let me just go back to my sauce 1 second. Good. Okay. All right. It came to a boil. I got it in. I have it. I just lowered it to a simmer. And I think what I'm going to do is get a piece of foil for now. All right, one piece. And I'm going to lightly tent it. Okay? That's all. I got one piece of foil right here. I'm just going over it like this. And I'm putting it right in the oven. I'm putting on the bottom. I got the ribs in there. I'm going to take a look at the ribs right now too. All right, I want to see how they're doing. So I'll bring you over here. All right? We're going to put this in the oven. All right. I got it at 275 right now. The ribs have been in there about 2 hours at 275. All right, let's take a look. I did the same thing. Okay? Slow cooking. Very, very slow cooking. All right? That's it. Now, I want to add a little bit more apple juice to the bottom of this pan. I have apple juice steaming in here. Okay. All right. I just add a little more apple juice to the bottom of the pan. Okay? Slow cooking this. They're going to get mopped with the sauce we're going to make. I got the chicken in there, and I got it on 275. I want to get a timer on here, and I want to look at that in about 45 minutes. All right? All right, I have it set for 45 minutes. All right? I'm only cooking it at 275 because I want to keep the ribs slow cooked. The ribs have been in about 2 hours. All right? I want to cook them another hour and a half, really slow. Then I'm going to take them out. All right? What time is dinner? What time is dinner tomorrow, Uncle Glenn? I don't know. I'm worried about today right now. I got to work tomorrow. Tomorrow I do my Amazon run. I'm working. I mean, it's my own little business. So Uncle Glenn just started less than 2 weeks ago. He got involved with a new program that Amazon has for hub delivery, but you have to own a business, or you have to have a corporation or an LLC. So I jumped all over it. And what they do is they drop off these totes with about 20, 25 packages in each tote. I scan it on the phone, it puts it in route order, and I deliver it within a third of a mile of my neighborhood. I get paid for every package. So if I go to a drop and there's 5 packages, I get paid for every one of those packages I dropped off. And it's some extra bucks for me. You know, it's a little, I do little side things, but it's my own thing. I don't punch a clock. I don't have, I decide I want to do 5 days a week. You can do it 6 or 7. I do it Monday through Friday. It takes me about, I don't know, the longest it took me was an hour and 40 minutes to do like 45 packages, but I got lost on one house that was like hidden in like nowhere land. But now I know where it is. And that took me about 20 minutes to find that one house. But aside from that, easy beasy. My neighbors, I can walk there. And I get paid for every package. It's a brand new Amazon hub delivery, but you have to own a business. If you're interested, I already have 9 people that reached out to me. I gave them the information to my rep, and they're going to reach out no matter what state you're in. You can get this. I would jump all, I'm the first one that got it in my city. The first one. So it's a great opportunity because it's your own business. You don't go to the hub. You don't go wherever your location is. They drop everything to you. Now, if you have employees, let's say you have a hardware store or you have a laundromat, or you have something where you have employees and there's quiet time where they're not working, they're on the clock. You can take them and send them out to drop those packages off and you get paid. You're paying them anyway. Great, great thing. If anyone's interested, let me know. I have a QR code that I use my own vehicle. All right, I went, took me less than an hour and a half figure. On the average, about an hour and 20 minutes to do my whole delivery. And I clocked it. You know how many miles I drove? 3 miles. It's within 1/3 of a mile of where my location is. It's the same blocks. I mean, it's crazy. Thank you, Marvin. Yeah, I use my own vehicle. You know, I do it myself. Now, you don't have to do it if you have employees. You can have them do it, but I don't. I do it myself. I want to... look at the shoes! Chef Firecracker! Yeah, if anyone's interested, DM me and I'll send you all the information. They pay you by the package. Now, it's different in every state. For me, I get paid, per package. And I'm making about, I don't know, probably making anywhere from 50 to 80 bucks a day. But my day is an hour and a half. I will take $80 in an hour and a half any day of the week. And I know that I got that little bit of money to help me pay my rent or pay a bill that I have. So I do it 5 days a week. I know what and I know now I can help me. I should be retired. All right, many, many years ago. But I can't. I'm a working guy. I can't retire. All right? I have to work in order to pay my bills. I live hand to mouth like most of you guys. All right. Now, some of them are more blessed than others, but I'm not complaining. All right. But it's a great opportunity. And if you're interested, I'm just going to leave it at that. DM me, hey, Uncle Glenn, send me some more information and I will send it to you. Okay? Fair? All right. All right. So, what are we doing now? Well, I can either make the rub for our chicken, the mopping sauce. All right? You want to make the mopping sauce? Yeah. I mean, I'm busy anyway because I'm in my garden. I have, some side things that I do, a little bit of acting stuff that I do. And, but I gotta keep working. I'm here with you guys hours and hours. I don't even know how many. Last week we were together for probably 40 hours. All right? Maybe not that much. But for me, the preparation, it's not just being on the live. I got to prepare. I got to go to the store. I got to set everything up. I got to do my lighting. Then when I'm done, I got to clean because mama will break my shoes if I don't. All right? And plus, I would do it anyway because I respect. I make the mess, I got to clean it. That's the way I feel. I don't live by, well, I made the mess, you go clean it up. All right? Now, if I'm paying you to do that, then you got to do it. All right? The Sunday sauce is smelling great. How's yours? Is it coming out good? Sweet pumpkin. Sweet pumpkin, making a Sunday sauce with Unc. Love it. I love when you guys cook with me. The rain, it's raining here, bad zips. Yeah, I'm in Long Island too. All right? But that's why I'm doing a semi-barbecue. I started it in the oven. I have my lives posted, all of the lives. And there's hours and hours and hours. So most people don't even. But if you ever want to see one of our lives and you missed it, or you're bored, you can go to, I have it on a different platform. I upload all of my TikTok lives there. All of them. Because I can't do it here. All right? Otherwise I would. All right? So, but some of them are 3 hours. Yesterday was a 4.5 hour live. And I haven't posted that one yet. But I have all my lives over there. All right? It's raining in Connecticut too, huh? 83 in Vegas. No breaks. Come on, no breaks. Yeah, I know. I'm eating a burger, you're jealous. You got the warm weather, we got the cold, rainy weather. All right? I love No Breaks, Mo. He's such a good guy. My mods here, Melissa. All right? She's such a sweetheart, too. These mods work so hard and volunteer their time. All right? I'm the face of this. All right? But they're what make it happen. It's like a football game. The line, all right, that doesn't get the notoriety. The quarterback usually does. But the quarterback is nothing without his line. And I am nothing without my mods and this family helping out to keep this room the way we intend it to be. Loving, caring, respectful. That's what we do. All right? Karen Ann, it's way hot in Florida. I heard my sister's there. She said it's been crazy. All right? So, make a braciole. I was going to do it. I was going to make braciole today because I had some pork that I had cut off of the rib, the flap. I was going to bang it out. I have a few of them frozen, but I never took it out. The rib, the flap, I was going to bang it out. I have a few of them frozen, but I never took it out. The rib, the flap, I was going to bang it out. I have a few of them frozen, but I never took it out. So, get back. I was born in Manhattan. I was born in New York City. All right? And I lived in Brooklyn. And my parents got us out of there after there was an incident. And I lived on Long Island most of my life. All right? Now I lived in Florida for many years. I lived in Colorado. I was running around all over the place, Unc. You would think that I was, I was on... Anyway. All right. Yes, I'm all fully Italian. I can't speak a word of it. I'm all Italian. My grandparents were, my direct grandparents were right off the boat. All right, and my father was born here but lived in Italy for many years when he was young, because mother and father were here and there were things going on here. They wanted the kids, him and his brother, sent them back to Italy, so they were born there. They spoke fluent Italian. My mother, her whole family also, but she spoke, I forgot what they used to call it, like a broken Italian English. So, but that's it. So, but I don't, same as my grandpa, Bertino. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Huh? All right, let's get back to cooking. All right? Hey, Susanna. Always good to see you here, too. I see you guys. Yeah, Amberlynn, I'm married. I've been married for, I don't even remember when I wasn't. All right? So, all right. Here we go. I think we should start with, all right, yeah. Let's do, you know what? Let's cook. I got to do something with these wings. All right? I got some wings here. All right? Hold on. Let me just get them. And I think that we're going to cook these. All right? Let's get these cooked up. All right? Hold on. I had them defrosted. I got them all defrosted here. And I got to make something with them. So I think I know what I want to do. I want to do, first of all, let me take this, move this out of the way, take this, put this on the back burner here. All right. Okay. All right, I got our sauce cooking on the back burner right here. I got it on a low. All right, we're just cooking that really, really slow. Now I think what I'm going to do, I got chicken wings right here. Okay? This is what I like to do. I like to cook things on the fly. It's challenging to me. Now, I had nothing planned for these chicken wings at all. So, I'm going to ask the family what they think. Should we make some lemon garlic chicken with some potatoes and sausage with some white wine? How's that sound? We take the wings, we'll brown the wings up or cook them up a little bit. Then we'll cook up the sausage. Then we'll cut up the sausage. I'll get some onions, some peppers, some mushrooms with lemon, white wine, maybe some thyme, fresh parsley. What do you think? You think that would be good? I think it should be good. Garlic oil, garlic. Huh? Yeah, it's an Italian meal. So we'll have that. I'll have the chicken I'll bring over. I'll bring the ribs over. Sunday sauce. I mean, hey. All right, let's do it. All right, let's do it. All right. Let's do it. Okay. I got this one done. Let me just do a quick cleanup here so I can start from scratch. Put a little bit of my soap in here. These bowls are just the best. Hey, can we get you think you guys could tap a little bit? We try to get to 250, before we're out of here today? Huh? I'm doing my part, all right? All I ask you guys is to follow, share, join the fan club, and hit those likes. Send those Go Populars. Those Go Populars really help this algorithm. All right, really, really help it. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. Then I'm going to show you that meat bread we made last night. You remember the meat bread we made? Oh, it was delicious. And I got it wrapped up. I'm bringing that over, too. I might even steal a slice before I go. Okay? One more. And then my bowls are done here. And then you watch how quick this goes. Now, I think that the wings, I think that I'm going to do this with the wings. I'm going to take those wings, dry them up, cut the tips off. Then I'm going to take some cornstarch and a little bit of flour, and I'm going to dust them in that so we can brown them up and crisp them up in a pan. That's how we're going to start it. Okay? Yeah. This is what's fun. We make it up as we go along. All right? We make it up as we go along here. And that's what makes it fun. For me, at least. I don't know about you guys. I like to experiment. I like trying different things. All right? Because if you're afraid to fail, then you're never going to succeed. All right? You got to take risks. The chance that you're going to fail, the only other option is that you succeed. And I'm talking about cooking. I'm not talking about jumping off a cliff to see if you live. I'm talking about cooking. I'm talking about trying new things. If fear keeps you from doing those things because you're afraid to fail, you're not going to succeed. So I try all the time. And you know how I try? I try live. Live. There's no edits here. Up, cut, let's go, let's try it. If it doesn't work out, it don't work out. And I say, sorry guys, I failed. And I failed a few times on here. But I've succeeded a lot on here as well. And that's how you learn. Okay? Hey, Sweet and Spicy's here. Oh, Sharon. Good seeing you. Wow. Oh, how's your daughter doing? Thank you. So nice. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. I hope you and your daughter doing well. All right. I remember all you guys. A lot of you reached out and said, hey, Unc, I was having some issues. And, I try to write it down and I have like a list in my phone. So sometimes in the morning or in the evening, I read through it, and that's my prayer list. And it doesn't mean that I'm, on my knees no. But the thought and the going to my God and just saying, Lord God, these people need you and they need help. Put your merciful, loving hands on them and in their life and whatever it might be, whatever that situation is. And I believe it, you don't have to, but I do, So, all right, here's our wings. Let's start cooking. All right, let's get these prepped up, okay? What I want to do first is I want to get those wings clipped off. Let me get a piece of parchment paper. Not that I'm not going to clean my board, but I want to keep it as sanitary as possible. All right, and then we'll bleach it up. Okay, we're going to do this right here. All right. What I'm doing, let me get my little snippers. Those ribs are smelling good. Woo! That stuff smells good. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this right here. Okay. Am I cutting it right there? Yeah. Okay. You know what? We'll take these, do them this way, right here. Put them all right on this parchment paper. Like that. Take that. I want to dry the wings, all right? After, you got to have them dry. Even if no matter what you're doing with them. If you want them crispy, they got to be dry, okay? Come on, stubborn thing. I'm just cutting these real, just taking some of this off. Only because it's going to be easier to cook with it this way. And two more. Like I said, I'm no chef, so chefs would probably be doing this in 2 seconds, all right? Should be a lot easier, I know. Hey, listen, I don't know if these are, it's probably me, Like I said, Unc is not a chef. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, it's not like, oh, I've done this I haven't. Now, next time, I probably go back to using my knife. Now, this worked really good when I cut the back of the chicken off. No problem. But I think I got to tighten it. Probably, right? Yeah, I don't have one, though. You want to see my cleaver? All right, that's what I got to get. All right, you want to see Uncle Glenn's cleaver? I'll show you. Here, you want to know why I didn't use my cleaver? I'll show you why. Look, my handle broke and I put black tape on it. All right? I try my best. Now I know I got to get one of these. All right? So that'll be probably one of the things I use. I got to get. Because this thing is just metal right here. So I don't want to use it. I don't want to throw it out until I get another one either, though. But let me put it in here because I just touched it with my hands. All right, leave that there. All right? So, yes. So you guys get to see, the difficulties I have. All right? All right, look. Now what I'm doing is I'm drying this off. I'm not going to be taking any guests right now, all right, because I can't do 2 things at once. You guys know that by now. Very, very hard for Uncle Glenn to do 2 things at once. So I got that ADH thing, and I'll lose complete track of what I'm doing. All right, so, all right. Yeah, I'm going to have to knock it out right now, okay? I don't know if my mods are on or not, but all right, I just did it myself. I can't take anyone now, I'm sorry. All right? That's okay, Dorothy, I know. It happens. But I love you, you know that. It's just that it's hard for me to talk, and then, first of all, I have this microphone on. And when I have a guest on, you know what happens? It echoes. And you can't hear anything anyway. So, and I see what I'm doing. I'm drying this as best as I can. No, that's fine. Okay? Drying this first. Okay? I don't want to have wet wings going into my flour. I want them to be dried. And I'm going to go a little flour, a little cornstarch, and then we're going to put them in the pan. And the reason I want to do that, I want to get them a little crispy. All right? So that they'll also absorb the flavor that we're going to make. We're going to make it flavorful. White wine, garlic, lemon. It's going to be nice. Fresh parsley. I'll go down in the garden, get some fresh parsley down there. Some fresh oregano. Okay? This would be very, very good. All right? Done. Now I'm going to take these right here. Okay. Put them back in here. All right. I want to get rid of this paper. I want to bleach my board real quick. And we're going to start cooking. Okay? Just give me 1 minute. I do this because I'll forget. All right? So I just want to, I use bleach and some soap. I'll let the bleach sit on it a minute. All right? The utensils I just used, that scissor, I got to bleach that. All right? I got that cleaver handle. I'll just, I just want to bleach that off a minute. And let me wipe this down as well, right here. Because you don't know if it's splashed. All right. Okay. Now I just use a little Dawn right on here. That's how I do it. I mean, listen, I don't use gloves. I just try to keep things as clean as I know how. All right? If the Tic Tac police come here, hey, Uncle Glenn, hey, what are you doing? No gloves? You don't have gloves on? I'm sorry, Tic Tac. I'm sorry. I got the gloves in the closet there. All right? You guys cook with gloves in your house? Anybody? I mean, some people do. Huh? Anybody cook with gloves in their house when they're cooking? I'm not talking about if you're in a restaurant. In a restaurant, you got to do it. The rule. Health department. You got to follow the rules. No, right? I mean, you try to keep the things as clean as you can. You try to keep your hands as clean as you can. All right? That's all. You use them, Tracy? Okay. Now, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you like doing that and you feel more comfortable with gloves, you wear them. I don't wear them. I don't wear them. I just love washing my hands with this wonderful soap I got, not the Dawn, the other one. Oh, it smells so good. All right, that's it. Okay, this is done. These are done. Scissors is done. Let me take that stupid cleaver that's right there. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my fire? Hold on a minute. That back burner was off. Okay. All right. Let's make a dredge for our chicken right here. Okay? Let me get a little flour and a little cornstarch. Nothing exotic. I don't even really need to flavor it at all. And I'll tell you why. All right? Love my steel bowls, though. They're so useful. It's so easy to deal with. All right? Thank you, my friends. We got over 100,000 already. All because of you. You guys are tapping. All right? Thank you for your help. Thank you for all that you're doing. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't take it for granted. I appreciate your time that you spend here with me. All right? Yeah, my Debbie's here. Oh, yeah. All right, what time is it? All right, we got time. I told my sister I'd be there around 4 o'clock. So we're going to do this right now. Okay? All right, I'm putting some flour in here. I'm using the rest that's in the bag. I probably don't even need that much. Okay? Taking some cornstarch. Okay? I'm not exact measuring on anything here. All right? So, flour, all-purpose cornstarch. Okay? That's all I'm doing. No seasoning, no nothing. All I'm trying to do is create a coating that's going to absorb the flavor that we're going to make. All right? That's it. Now, let's go to the stove. Okay, we'll come back here. I got my little bit of dredge right there. Let me get the pan that we used before that I cleaned already. All right? Okay. And I'm going to get some olive oil. Straight olive oil. I'm going to start with that right in here. And what I want to do is get these wings nice and toasty. All right? And the flavor that's in here, we're going to be using this. We're going to build all of our flavors right now in this pan. All of them. So I'm turning the heat up. We're going to take our wings and we're going to dredge those wings in the flour and we're going to crisp them up right here. Okay? We dried them up. I'm just putting them right in here like this. Just getting a little coating on them like that. Okay? I'm going to put them all in here. Okay? Why am I doing this? Because the flour I'm putting on here is going to absorb the flavor that we're going to build when we put them back in. Okay? The white wine, the lemon, the garlic. That's why I'm doing this. I'm crisping them up because I don't want to be soggy wings. Okay? I'm not making fried chicken either. And it's not fried chicken necessarily. All right? Simple. Last one. Okay? Good. Okay. Those are done. This one I'm done with right here. That's going right here. My bowl. Take this bowl, let me clean it out, wash it up, bleach it out. We're letting that oil heat up. We're going to take those wings. Now, we're not going to fully cook them. We're just going to really get them nice and coated and browned. All right? That's what I want to do. That's my plan. Hopefully, it's a good plan. All right? I want the oil to get nice and hot. All right. All right. I'm looking at the oil, I'm watching it. Okay? Try one right here. I just want to crisp them up, and I want to get some of the flavor from these wings into the pan. Okay? I don't have it on high, I have it on medium right now. I want that olive oil, I don't mind it absorbing right into the wing at all. Two more. Okay? All right. Now take the rest of this flour, get rid of it. Okay, we're gonna let this cook up a little. Now, I want these to crisp up. You know, cleaning up as they're going along actually saves me so much time too. Not only is it more sanitary, but when I'm done, it's so helpful. Okay. All right. All right. So we're doing here, we're taking some wings here. Now, I have somewhere, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a... No, I guess I don't. I thought I had them. I thought I might have some nice cooked whole. No. Okay. All right. We're gonna have to do it. All right. While that's cooking up there, okay, we're just letting these crisp up. All right. Let them crisp up. Let them cook a little bit. Meanwhile, I got to get some potatoes right here. So I'm just going to skin a couple of potatoes, and then I'm going to pop them in the microwave, all right, to cook them up quicker, because I forgot to do these. All right, so I thought I had cooked ones already, but obviously I don't. So I'm going to improvise here and do this quick. All right, I have a whole baked potato that I'm cutting up. I have 2 red potatoes that I'm going to use. And again, this isn't, you know, a full meal here with potato. Just to kind of enhance and absorb some of the flavors that are going to be in the sauce that we're going to make with the white wine, the garlic, the lemon, all right, the herbs that we're going to use. All right, so we want to have everything that's going to have good flavor and things that are going to absorb the flavor. Right now we have our chicken wings that are in there, and those chicken wings, I'm browning them up and crisping them up so that they're not soggy when I drop them into the sauce that we're going to make. All right, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what we're doing. All right, so okay, those are done. I got them all peeled. I'm just going to cut these into little slices. All right, because it's not going to be like Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me? I think that my microphone went out. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah? Okay. All right, let's get back here. All right, let's turn these wings over. Let's take a look at them. Okay? All we're trying to do is get them, we're not fully cooking them yet. We're getting them nice and a little bit of a good golden color, crispy. All right? And remember, the wings cook very quickly because they're wings. There's not a lot of meat. You don't have to worry about getting into the breast part where it's going to take it thicker, or the thigh. These cook a lot quicker. All right? And all we did right here now is we created a coating with that with the flour and the cornstarch. See how nice color? Okay, and while they're cooking in here, they're going to be releasing their own chicken flavor. And we're going to use that same sauce there, the oil, to cook the rest of what we're making. Okay? So we got to get these all cooked up first. They're going to be a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to take the sausage and I'm going to put the sausages in there as well. All right? I'm going to let the sausages cook in that oil next, after those are done. And the reason I'm not putting them together yet is because the sausage, although it's going to release some flavor, it's going to also make a little bit more of a juice. So I'm going to just take these and they're going to go in separately. Okay, I'm going to put 3 sweet ones, 3 hot ones in there. I'm also cutting up onion and I'm cutting up some peppers. And I can show you that right here. All right, let's do that right now. Okay, I got my sausages right here. All right, now I want to cut up. Put that there. All right, I'm cutting up. I have some onion right here. All right, my onion's always got to make sure you always cover your onion. If you don't use it all, make sure you cover it, whether it's in plastic. If you leave it out, all right, it's going to absorb bacteria. Onion absorbs bacteria, so does garlic. All right, once it's cut. Now, people used to use it when people were sick, put it in their room so that they would, it would absorb the bacteria or the virus that was in the room, and then they would throw it out. Well, think about that. When you leave an onion out and then you cook with it. All right? So make sure you cover it when you have it in your refrigerator. Okay, I'm dropping those in there. Okay? Let's see what I got in here as far as peppers. I think I have these. Yeah, I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use this one right here. Okay? I have these. Now, these peppers have been in, they almost look like they're a little pruny. Okay? That doesn't matter. It means they're sweet. You ever have sun-dried tomatoes? Sun-dried tomatoes are very concentrated. They get wrinkly. The same thing's happening with this. Okay? Your peppers. I have them in the refrigerator. All right? These are a little older than these. All right? Look. I want to show you something, too, while I'm here. All right. Does anybody know? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. See these 2 peppers here? Let me show you something. See these 2 peppers? Which is the male and which is the female? And I'll give you a hint. It does not matter the color. But one is a male and one is a female. Does anybody know? And I know you guys know because we went through this. The male has 3 lobes. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? The female has 4 lobes. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 3 is the male, 4 is the female. Boop. Okay? The female is always a little sweeter. So if you're eating it in a salad, get the one, when you go to the store, now I know you're going to do it. When you go look at your peppers, let me see, get the one with the 3. It doesn't really matter, all right? But it definitely, one's a male, one's a female. Just like little facts, okay? Oh, about 45 minutes. Okay, we got to check that out now. All right, here's our wings. Before I go and do that, let me check these out. Good. Okay. Yep, they're getting good color. Okay. These are really getting nice color. Love it. Love it. And the fat or the rendering from the chicken is definitely it's coming out into this oil. I can see the flavor. And this is like having a real chicken base. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Look. Look how nice these are coming in. Okay? Okay? And they're releasing their, it's browning up and they're releasing their flavor. All right? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for here. Letting it render some of its own fat. Okay, that's going to help flavor our sauce that we're making. I'm just going to keep that up. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to get back. Let me cut these peppers up. Okay, I cut the tops off and all I'm doing is twisting out the seeds. There's one there. Okay, and the other one right here. Just twisting out the seeds. Just take it and give it a twist. Okay, cut the top off, then you just pop this out. Okay. Good. Now chop those up. All right, and we're ready to putting these right in with the onion right here. Color, color. You want color. When you're making stuff, the more colors you have, the more flavorful your food's going to be, the better it is going to taste, and it's better for you. Each one of these colors has a different mineral, okay? Just so you know. And these are going to be very, very sweet, okay? The sugars are very concentrated in these peppers right here. All right, they've been in my refrigerator and they've been kind of drying out. Okay, done. All right, let's mix these together right here. Got peppers in here, we got onion in here, and this we're going to be cooking up as well. We're building flavors, my friends. We're building flavors. Okay? What you want. Okay, I got to go take those ribs out. So let's go take a look at them. Let's get our wings out. Okay. Want to make sure that they're all done. Yep, they're good enough to here. These I can color up a little more. Good. See that? Nice and golden. Okay. I wanted to just get a little bit of a crispness on them. All right? That's what I wanted to do. All right? So we have those done. Now we're building flavors. We're continuing to build flavors here. All right? I'm putting my sausage right in. Okay? Cooking those up. We just get a little bit of oil on them so that they don't stick. Okay? Now we're building the flavor right here. Okay? We're going to let these cook up. All right? I got some hot and I got some sweet. A little bit of each. Not a lot. A little bit of each. Right here. Okay? Okay. All right. I got to check out. I think I'm pulling those ribs. And I'm going to move the chicken to the top. Take the foil off. Is definitely should be good enough for where I want them to be. All right, I'm putting that right on top in a minute. Okay, that's our ribs. These ribs, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to finish these on the barbecue. These are done. Okay, these are done, and we're going to be mopping these with a sauce we're going to make up as soon as we get this completed. All right, here's our chicken that we got cooking. Been in there 45 minutes. Okay, we're slow cooking it. All right, then these are going to get finished on the barbecue. These were dry rubbed for a while. Okay, absolutely not done. So now we can kick the temperature up on it. I'm going to put this in the oven, bring the temperature up to 350, and let it go maybe another 20 minutes or so. Yep, 350. And let me set a timer here for 25 minutes. Okay. 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 All right. I lowered that. We're letting those cook. We have our wings done right here. All right. We have ready to go there. We have our peppers, our onions that we just cut up. That's going to be going with the wings, the sausage, the wings, sausage and peppers, and I have some portobello mushrooms right here that I'm going to cook up. That I'm going to cut up as well. All right? And when we build these flavors, you'll see what I mean. You'll see why I'm doing everything and building the flavors slowly. Because we took our chicken with olive oil and we rendered the chicken. We gave it a crisp coating on it so they won't be soggy. And we let them release some of their fat that was on the wing, the chicken flavor. All right? All right, now I cut up that. I got my mushrooms cut right here. We're going to be making a lemon, garlic, white wine sauce that we're going to be adding to these wings. Okay? It's going to be wings, sausage, potatoes, onions, peppers, mushrooms in a white wine, lemon, garlic sauce with fresh herbs. Okay? All right, that's what we're doing here. And we're trying to get our colors. All right? We got some starting off here. We got now our sausages in there. Okay? We have this right here. Oh. Hold on. Ah. Okay. All right. All right. I want to do something. Can I make a cup of coffee? Can Uncle Glenn make a cup of coffee? Huh? Would you mind if I have a cup of coffee while I'm doing this? All right? Can I do it? Oh, we're at 125 with 221 people on here. Can we get to 250? I know we can. You know, yesterday I think we did it in 5 seconds. 1,000 likes every 5 seconds. We got 1,000 likes every 5 seconds. All right? What is that? Oh, wow. Okay. 1,000 likes every 5 seconds. Let's do a count. We have 220 people on here. Now, for those of you that are paying attention, now some people just have it on, but those that are paying attention, would you try something with me? Our average is about 6 seconds. We get 1,000 likes when I do this. That's the average. Sometimes it's 9 seconds, but the record is 2 seconds. We have gotten over 2.2 million likes in one live. On August 29th, 2.2 million likes. You know why? Because everyone was tapping. And if we do 6 seconds, 1,000 likes in 6 seconds, that means every minute we can get 10,000 likes. So in 10 minutes, you can get 100,000 likes. All right? But that's with everyone tapping. So I want to just do a count. Would you guys join in and let's just see today how fast we can do it? I'm curious. All right? When we get to 130,000, I'm going to start counting. Everybody's got to double tap their screen though. Ready? When we get to 130, count with me. All right? I'm going to do it. I want to see how long it takes to get 1,000 likes. Everyone tap. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5 seconds. First time asking. 5.5 seconds. You got 1,000 likes in 5.5 seconds. You believe? I mean, that's unreal. First time. Now, our record is 2 seconds. Now, if everybody does that double tap, I'm curious to see if we can do it. All right, so when we get to 134, I'm going to count again. But everyone hit your screen. Ready? Come on, double tap. Here we go. Ready? At 134, I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds again. Oh, man. All right, we'll do it again. At 137, we're going to count. Everyone double tap. The record's 2 seconds. Oh, my gosh. I didn't even get a chance to... Oh, this is going to be quick. 138. Ready? 138. Everyone double tap. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds! You did it in 4 seconds! 1,000 likes in 4 seconds! Oh my gosh, this is going crazy now. All right, one more time. I can't even count. At 142, we might break the record. At 142, we count. But everybody's got to double tap. Ready? Watch that counter. At 142, watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5 seconds! 4.5 seconds! Do it again, one last time. At 145, we start counting. Everyone double tap. Come on. Everyone double tap. Ready? At 145, I'm going to count. Watch the counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds. We're getting there. 2 seconds is the record. Everyone's got to hit it. 2 seconds is the record. Oh my gosh. 2 seconds. I'm forgetting about these. Ay, ay, ay. All right. 2 seconds. Holy smokes. We got to get it into, I don't know if we're going to, I mean, listen, you guys are really cranking there though. All right. I'm just watching my sausage a minute. I'm coming back. All right. But that's how quickly we can do this. That's how quickly. All right. I'll bring you back over here so we can see our sausage. Sausage is done. All right. You guys are amazing. We're at 150 already. You guys are crazy great. All right. Look. See the sausages? All right. So now the sausages are good enough to take out. They're not completely cooked, but that's okay. All right. Good color. Release some flavor in here. Okay. What's next? All right. Show you what's next. Watch. Now I'm putting my potatoes in. Okay. We're going to crisp these up. We got some nice potatoes here. All right. Let these crisp up a little bit. Okay. They're in olive oil, the chicken rendering, the sausage rendering. These are going to absorb the flavors. And they're going to release their own sugar. And then we're doing everything in stages here. Then we're going to put it all together. Okay? This is how I like to do it. Now we haven't seasoned anything yet. Nothing. We haven't seasoned anything yet. But we're gonna. Okay? Okay? So now these are gonna crisp up a little bit. They're gonna release their own sugar. Then we're gonna take these out. Then we're gonna saute up our onions, our peppers, and our mushrooms. We'll take those out. Then we're gonna build a sauce. And we'll put everything back in a different pan, and I'm gonna throw it in the oven. Okay? So this is what we're doing right now. We're just, right now, building flavors over here. What I'm doing. Okay? We're going to let those crisp up just a little bit. I'm making a cup of coffee first. Hold on. I'm making 1 cup of coffee. Unc's going to have some coffee. All right. All right, making that up. In the meanwhile, we're gonna make our dressing for our ribs and for our. We'll let that cook. All right, we don't have to stand here and watch this. Okay, but we're letting these get a little bit brown on either side. Okay. Let these crisp up a little bit nice, get some color. Then we'll turn them over one time, and they'll be good. All right? All right. Now we got to make our rub. Hello. We're going to make our rub now our mopping sauce we're going to make. All right? Are you guys having fun here or what? Huh? I have a good time. I mean, I love having you guys here. All right? I really do. All right? So, and I appreciate every single like, every heart, every go popular, every heart me, every rose, every one of those wonderful gifts you guys send, the choo-choo trains. Oh, like the coffee. We're having coffee together, Marvin. Having coffee with Unc. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, that's great. That's great, D. D. Barnett. Ah, could you do any pimento cheese recipes? Mean using pimento cheese? Mean cheese with pimentos in it? You know, my recipes are not recipes. They're like make it up as I go along. Let's drop those meatballs in now. Right now, we'll drop them in. Okay? All right, let me get my ribs over here. Okay? Put those there. All right? Let's turn these potatoes over real quick, and then we'll take some meatballs and drop them right in our sauce. Okay? What we're doing here, trying to get a little crisp. I want these to just get cooked a little bit in here. A little coating on them. I put a rub band on my tongs. All right? This way I can adjust them like I just did. I want them to look like this one. See the color? Just want to get some nice color on them. All right? And the sugars, sealing the flavors on here nicely. Some are darker than others, which is okay. Okay. Yeah, these are about done. Okay, see the colors? Nice. All right. Got good color on it. What we're trying to do. We're getting the sugars sealed so that this can absorb the flavor. We have our sausages done. All right. Now I got to get my meatballs. All right. Let's get a... I got them right in the freezer. I made these yesterday. See? We made these meatballs yesterday. After they cooled down, I laid them flat and I put them in the freezer. Now I can take them, they're cooked already, and they're going right in our sauce. Okay? Frozen and all. Cooked. These are cooked already. Okay? Nice. See? Now I just drop them in. There's a real meat sauce in here. We have pork in there. I have veal we used. Okay. Good. Save the other ones for the doggy. That's his little treat. He loves his meatballs. Okay. All right. Those are done. Now we're ready. Thank you for reminding me to drop them in. All right. I think we're ready now. Let's take a look at the sauce here. Okay. Now, those meatballs, as they unfreeze, they're going to absorb a lot of the flavor of the sauce. We have bread in there. So, you notice this isn't boiling, it's simmering. So all I want it to do is simmer. Okay? Look at that nice meat sauce this is. Okay? This is going to go on a beautiful bowl of pasta with the meatballs. This is a quick Sunday sauce. All right? All right. So, I think we can take these out. All right? I think we could take these out now. Let me just see. Some of these can come out. Yeah, some of these. I want them to be a little crispy. Okay? If they're not crispy, I have the wings that'll be a little bit crispy. Why? Now I could have put this in and done the same thing. I could have taken those potatoes and put them in a little flour and starch to get them to color quicker. But I'm not in a big rush for these, okay? Some of these are a little thicker than others, but they're cooking nicely. That's what I want. Good. Okay, this one's done right here. See these? Just take a minute, let them cook a little bit. Okay, finishing those off right there. All right, and this they were cooking in the olive oil and the rendering from the sausage and from the chicken wings. This is all the same pot that we started with, just a little bit of olive oil. Okay? And I don't have it on a real high heat, all right, because I don't want to break the oil down. If I have it on real high heat, they'd cook quicker, but they'd also break the oil down. I want to use this oil and all the flavors that's in here. Okay, we're taking these out. Okay, done. Now we put in our onion, and we'll throw the sausage, the mushrooms in after these soften up. Now we're going to start flavoring it. Okay? Now we take this and we're going to start flavoring the onions and the peppers. All right? Well, actually, we probably could throw these in. No, I'm going to let them wait. All right, now I'm going to be adding some of my garlic oil with the garlic. See that? This garlic's cooked already. Okay? Getting all that flavor right here. Now we're going to let it release its sugars. Now I start flavoring this. Okay? We're going to use some chicken base. That's our salt. We're using the chicken base as our salt. Right here. White pepper. This is a lemon, garlic, white wine sauce that we're going to make. We're making it right in that pan. All right? I'm taking some lemon pepper, putting it right in. Lemon pepper seasoning. Okay? Where's my, there it is. Okay, let me get some lemon rind. Start flavoring this up. Okay. This is our flavor bomb we're making. This is the flavor bomb. Okay? I can smell that, the garlic, I smell it. That's the beginning of it. Okay? Now we put in our mushrooms. Okay, they started cooking right there. These are going to release their own flavor. Whenever I use mushrooms, I add butter. Always. That's what I do. This has got plenty of salt in it. We have white pepper in there. We have lemon pepper. Now you could throw some red flakes in here if you like, but I'm not gonna. Okay? But I am gonna use, because it goes well with it, I want to use some thyme. Alright? Some fresh thyme right here. Okay. That smells great. Oh, that smells great. We're building our flavor in here. Now, Uncle Glenn's got to run to the garden a minute. I got to run down to the garden so that I can get... Okay, good. I have to get some fresh parsley and some fresh oregano. I'm not taking it down with me. All right, won't take me but a minute. You guys tap that screen. Let me just run down into the garden in 1 minute. I can talk to you. Not going to take me long. All right, I'm almost down there already. All right, I'm just cutting some of my fresh parsley that survived the winter, and I'm cutting some fresh oregano that I have. I can actually even put some fresh rosemary in there as well. But the herbs, these fresh herbs are key. All right, having this really is just such a game changer, having the fresh herbs. All right, just did my parsley. Now I'm just going to grab some fresh oregano right here. Okay. One more. And I think I'll take a little bit of this fresh rosemary also. Nothing like good herbs in your garden, in your food. And everything fresh from, although I'm running in the rain here. All right. I'm in the rain right now. It's pouring out. Okay, and I'm back. Now I'm just going to rinse these off real quick, and we're going to add this to our flavor. Okay? Let me just show you what I just got. Okay? Look, I have fresh oregano right here. That's the oregano. That's fresh parsley from the garden. All right? And I just got some fresh rosemary from the garden. I'm going to rinse this quick. Even though it's raining, all right, I did want to just get any sand or anything that might be on here off. Doesn't look like there's anything on here, but let's be safe. Not that it's going to hurt you, honestly. All right, I'm going to chop this up right now. Bear with me a minute. Letting that cook. We're breaking that down. We're creating our sauce now. Okay? We're putting fresh, remember I told you, fresh herbs at the end. Okay? This is pretty much the time that I would add them, because this is going to enhance the flavors that are in there. All the flavors that are in there. We got fresh parsley, fresh oregano, and fresh thyme that went in, and we're putting fresh rosemary in it. Okay? Right in. Look at that. From the garden. Real fresh. Can't get much fresher than that. Okay? And that, trust me, is going to make a huge difference in the flavors that we're putting together here. Huge difference. Hey, if you like what you're seeing here, you got to follow Uncle Glenn. Hit that follow button. Hit the like button. You know, send your heart me. All that stuff really, really helps. And I appreciate everything that you do. Okay? All right, done. All right. Now, we're going to add our white wine, because this is the key to this sauce. Okay? Look at that. We're going to add some butter to that. Okay. And we got to add some more lemon. All right. Then we'll add all the other ingredients. Let me just get a lemon here. We have a lemon rind in there that we used. Huh?
You don't care about that strobing?
What serving?
Strobing.
Who? Oh, no. Never mind. I don't even see it. Ready? Fresh lemon. Okay? We have a lemon rind we put in. Put another thing of lemon in here. Lemon, white wine, garlic. Okay? Done. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful flavor. Beautiful flavor. All right? Now we set it up. Okay? Now we're going to come over here and we're going to set that right up. And this is our dish, which will be done. Okay. First thing, let's get our chicken wings that we cooked in the pan. Okay? Remember, we toasted these up a little bit. Okay? We put some flour. We put some cornstarch. Now these, we want to absorb the flavors that we're going to be putting in here. Okay? Let's cut up. Put out potatoes. Actually, let's put the sausage first. Okay? We're going to cut up the sausage. And the sausage I'm cutting basically in half. All right? I'm just cutting these in half like this. Because they're going to be taking a wing. They're going to take a piece of sausage. Some are hot. Some are sweet. Okay? We're just adding this right here Nice and juicy, okay? This is gonna enhance the flavors that we have in here. Okay? All right, see that? Okay? Now we're gonna add our potatoes. Put them all around. Nice. Okay? I'm adding a little more garlic because this is a lemon garlic. Although we have the garlic in the other thing, I want to have extra on here. Okay? This is cooked already. All right? Now, let's take our flavor bomb of mushrooms, onions, and peppers. So we have sausage, chicken wings, potatoes, and now we're just going to finish it with the sauce and that right there. And this is our lemon garlic chicken that we made together. Now I'm popping this in the oven. It's all cooked, but I want the rest of it. I want now the rest of the sausage to cook. I want the chicken wings to cook. All right? And we're popping this in the oven, and I'll wrap it then later, and I'll bring it to my sisters. All right? Now I can do this right here.
No, you want a little brown.
I do want it brown, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll leave it like that.
Bring out the juice and the sugars.
Put a little bit.
Oh,
Okay? Let's go over here. Let's get our other chicken out. This one's going in. Okay? This one's coming out. Oh, yeah. Good. Yep. All right, and we're going to be finishing that one on the barbecue. That's going to get finished on the barbecue. Okay? We're going to let it rest. Now I'm making a sauce for this. Okay? We took that whole bird right there. I split it. It had a rub on it. It was wrapped in plastic for 48 hours with the rub. The rub consisted of coffee grinds, brown sugar, turmeric, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, some steak seasoning, some cinnamon. And I believe that was it. And then we rubbed it really, really well. Oh, and brown sugar. And we rubbed it, and we rubbed the same rub that's on here was also on our ribs. Okay? And that's our ribs right there. Okay, same rub. Okay? So now we got to make a mopping sauce. Mopping sauce meaning that when I go and I bring this over to my sister's house, she's going to have a nice fiery hot barbecue going. I'm going to take those, I'm going to mop them with the sauce that we're going to make right now. And just going to really crisp this up, get a good glaze on it, both for top and back. Same thing with that. And we're going to go to town on the food. Make sense? How we doing? How we doing today? Huh? We did this pretty quick. All right, it's we started today at 12:30, I think. We started 1:30, 2:30, about 2 hours and 45 minutes. We made a Sunday sauce. We made ribs. We made a whole chicken. We made chicken lemon garlic chicken with white wine. Okay, and now we're gonna make our mopping sauce, and we're gonna be right on time, which is what I like to do. I like to be on time. All right, so let me get some of this cleaned up right here. Hold on. I need a little room here, so I got to do this. Give me 1 minute. You guys go get yourself a cup of coffee. I like to get my pans at least semi-clean so that later it's easy to do. I give them a quick wash, a little bit of soap, and then later I can either put them in a dishwasher or a pan like this. I can finish up. All right, it doesn't take long, and I like to have it done. All right. So if you don't mind, and if you do, I'm sorry. Nah, you guys are great. Kidding me? Oh, how many likes we have? We didn't get to the 200 because I stopped counting. All right, come on. We got to get to 200, 250. Everybody tap, tap, tap. It won't take long. Everyone backed off as soon as I stopped counting. All right. Hey, if we get a good thing going, I'll go back on live, maybe at my sister's. If she doesn't mind, my nephew will be there. But that's all up to you guys. Roxanne, you love it? Roxanne, I love it too. I love it too. Okay. All right. One more. And I rinse the pot off, and then I can keep going. Okay? I just need to make some room here. Now, I'm not eating here tonight. All right? But I got to transport all this food over there and trying to do it without getting completely, I don't even care about me getting wet. I don't want the food to get wet. So, all right. Just doing a quick clean on these, get this done, so this way make my job a little bit easier later. So why not do it with the family here, right? Why not? Okay, this is all going in here, that's going in there. I got my coffee here. I got my garlic oil. Where is my garlic oil? Where did I do my garlic oil? Oh, here it is. Right in front of my face. Okay, we'll leave that here because I may need that. I got my coffee there. This is gone, and this is gone. Okay? We have our meatballs in the sauce. Those are in the oven, in the pot. They're all done. All right? We got our chicken out. We have our ribs out, and we have our lemon chicken white wine. It's really a chicken scarp and rack. Okay, we got potatoes in there. We have onions and peppers. It should be really, really, really good. All right. All right, these are all done. I'm gonna clean this cutting board off, and so we're gonna make our mopping sauce right now. Now, a mopping sauce is not gonna be a barbecue sauce. Not making barbecue sauce here tonight. All right? We made a very different flavored sauce. I don't even know how it's going to come out. So I tasted it, and I thought it tasted pretty good. I didn't have any issue with it. All right, give me 1 second. I got to see if Mama is going to be coming to dinner or she's eating here. Let me just go check. Take me 1 second, family. Hey. Babe, what are you doing?
When it first came out, it just seemed so simple. But I mean, when I'm looking at it, there's a lot to it.
I recently got out of a 2-year relationship. It was really chaotic, and I wanted to have this kind of chaotic fabric, and red represents my love over all my
I like your dress. I like the irony and the fact that it's shaped like a coffee.
Okay. All right. Well, I got just about everything done. And I'm going to be probably leaving here. Yeah, I'll be done within 20 minutes. All right. Okay. All right. Back. All right. Let's make I want to make a sauce right here that we are going to use for our mopping. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is add some ketchup. I'm going to use what's left in this bottle. There's no exact measurements here, all right? But I'm going to use also, hold on, take that. Let's see, is there any rendering in here? Yes, there is. Good. All right. Now, this was apple juice and some of the rendering that was on the bottom of our pan. This is all flavor. All right? I'm not getting rid of this. This is flavor right here. So I'm taking this. Remember, I'm going to be rubbing this on my ribs. Okay? And it's made like, oh wow, this is what I want. I want a coating like this. That's going to be coming off. This is all the flavor that came off of the ribs. This is all of the sugar, the coffee, the cinnamon that we put in there. Okay? Looks terrible right now, right? Don't despair. We are not done, my friends. We are not done. Okay? I'm going to give it a shot of hot sauce. Okay? I'm going to give it a shot of Worcestershire sauce. We are going to put, hold on. Let's mix this in. Let's get this going right here. Okay? You watch. This is all going to blend together very nicely. I can smell it already. Okay? I want this to be thick because I want this to go on and I want it to almost create a coating on those ribs, even on that chicken. All right? It's the same coating, but I want to have that flavor. All right? I'm going to add some apple cider vinegar to this. Okay? Ketchup, the rendering from the pan from the ribs. We put a little bit of hot sauce in here. I added some Worcestershire. I added some vinegar just now. And that's really breaking down that thick coating that I took out of that pan. Okay? Look how nice it's coming together. I'm giving it a little bit of apple juice. Just to thin it out a little. Okay? I'm using a mixed berry cherry. Mixed berry cherry. Okay, that's going right in there. See the color consistency we have? Now, if you want, you can hit this with a little bit of bourbon. Okay? Which I'm not going to do. But I have done it. And it really could really make it good. Okay? But let me do a taste right here. I want to taste this so far, and then we're going to brown sugar it. What? Oh, man. Oh, that's really good, my friends. That's going to be delicious. Wow, that's going to be good. I'm going to melt some butter in here, and the butter is going to cut everything beautifully. And that mopping sauce will be done. All right? Let me just get a little container here and melt this down very quickly. But I think we made a nice sauce here, okay? This is our own sauce. Now, I do want to sweeten it up a little bit. I mean, it's very, very good. It's got the tartness also from the berries. Okay? Here's our melted butter. This is done. The only thing we could add now, if you wanted to, you want to jazz it up and you want to deepen the flavor, which I'm going to do, because I told you what I marinated this in. All right? I told you what I marinated in. All right? I am using a little bit of like an espresso coffee. Okay? That's espresso coffee. Right in. That is going to give it a depth of flavor that is going to be somewhat recognizable, but it's going to be the sweetness in here with all that we have. This should be a delicious mopping sauce. This will go on the chicken. This will go on the ribs. And this, my friends, will be really, really good. It was good before. Now I want to taste it again. All right? Just to be sure that it's good. Okay? I'm going to taste this. Right there. Thank you, Lord. All right, so here's the flavors that you get. The acidic flavor from the apple juice. Woo, woo, Melissa! Woo, woo! Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. The acidic flavor. Thank you, Alyssa Marie. My Go Populous. Thank you, Melissa. Alyssa. How's Pat doing? Hope you guys are good. The acidic flavor from the apple vinegar, all right, is now, before I tasted it, that was the predominant bite from the vinegar. Gone. Now it's just a little bit of acidicness. The coffee I just put in there blends with that perfectly. The sugar, the brown sugar, softened it. The butter softened everything up. Okay? Then we put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, some sour cherry and mixed berry in here. We have a little hot sauce and a little apple juice. And the rendering from the pan that we put on our ribs. All right? That is what I'm going to paste it with and barbecue with later. Let me get a little container to put that in so I can take it with me. Hold on. Oh yeah, that is delicious. I got to tell you, that's a very, I'm not just saying it because I made it. I'm telling you that it has a wonderful flavor to it. I mean, and the best part about it is that it's not done. When this glazes on that marinated chicken that we did, and it glazes on the ribs that we just did, we'll have Rich do I'll have him do a critique, okay? I'll have him do a critique. I won't even tell him what's in it. He's not going to know. I guarantee you, he's not going to know that there is espresso, coffee, cinnamon in the marinade that we used, all right? He's not going to know what the tartness is from the apple. I mean, I'd be really surprised. I mean, from the cherry, I'd be really, really surprised. Oh, we're over 200. You did it. Oh, family. See that? You just ask. You guys are just so much the best. I don't even know how to say it. The big gifts are just so wonderful when I get them. But I got to tell you, if I never got another one, and I got your family working together to reach goals, I mean, who's better than me? I got it all. I'm the one that's blessed here. Oh, Chef Firecracker! I'm having coffee. I need coffee. All right, where's my coffee? Right here. All right? We're basically done, except for getting all I got the chicken cooking in the oven. All right? That's the chicken, the sausage, the potatoes, onions, peppers, mushrooms in that lemon. Wow, look at this on my head from Marvin. Woo, 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 woo. There's some birds. I'm cuckoo like Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo like Cocoa Puffs. Oh, listen, Marie, thank you, baby, thank you. I haven't seen you. Austin's coming up in a couple of weeks. So hopefully you guys are going to be here for dinner. I hope. Melissa. Oh, Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. Melissa McAllister, my mod. Rosary with the Go Populars. Rosary, I should say. Rosary. I like that, though. Rosary, I love that. Yes, you will. And I'll cook anything you want. You're going to help. All right? We'll drink some vino together, and maybe we'll have another banner night like we had. We did that 2.2 million likes when you guys were here. Kathy Smith with the Go Populars. Oh, what a family today, I tell you. It is a rainy, cold day on this wonderful Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. And tomorrow being Memorial Day, I want to first of all thank everybody that has served this wonderful country. All right, has served this wonderful country. And for those that are still serving, I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. My dad was a proud veteran, all right? A proud man, his last, thank you, Glenn, and you spell it just like I do with 2 N's. He was proud to the day he died. And the day he couldn't stand up and he had his wheelie, and he said, son, help me. It was on Memorial Day. And I have a picture of it. And he was holding himself up as best he could. And his weak legs. This was not long. My dad died on June 9th. It was just after Memorial Day. And he got in his walker and could just barely hold himself up. And I went to help him. He goes, no, 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 no. And you'll see the picture. He saluted. And then he died just 2 weeks later. A proud man, proud of his country, loved his family, and anybody, but anyone that has served in this country, this wonderful country, I just thank you. And I thank you from my dad to you. So tomorrow is a holiday for many people, and enjoy it. Enjoy it with your families. And while you're enjoying it with your families, when you wake up tomorrow morning and your head is on a soft pillow in a cool or warm room, and you have someone next to you that you care about, or you're not, be thankful for that pillow. Be thankful for that soft bed. Be thankful for the love that is around you, the love that we have here. Be grateful for all of those that have enabled us to have all of this fruitfulness in this country that God has blessed us with. He's blessed us. He's blessed us. Blessing meaning that He's given His grace to this country. All right? I'm not political, but I'm loyal. I'm loyal to family. I'm loyal to country. And I'm thankful to all you veterans that are out there. Okay? All right, family. We have it all together. You don't need to see me wrap it up. I'll try to come back and have my nephew do some critiquing later. Probably not going to eat until probably around 5:30. All right? I'm going to bring over some of that stuffed bread that we made that had the stuffed salami, the provolone in it. I have it. I had a piece last night. I'm bringing the rest over. We're going to warm it up. We're going to be having ribs that we're going to mop in that sauce we just made. Whole chicken that we mopped in that sauce. All right? We're going to have the wings with the sausage, the potatoes, the onions, peppers, mushrooms in the lemon, white wine, garlic sauce, and our Sunday sauce that we made today with our veal, with our pork, with our meatballs, and with all the wonderful goodness. So I will see you all later. Be safe. I want to thank you all and for all your time, every like, every heart me, every Go Popular, every wonderful gift, every choo-choo that you sent, every coffee cup you sent today. I just want to thank you all because you're wonderful people. And your families should love on you as you love on them. All right? And I will see you again tomorrow. Or no, I'll see you maybe later. All right? But if not, I will see you tomorrow after I deliver my Amazon, God willing.